Alright, there we go. Judgment is weird. Cause you could like criticize a man for drinking too much. That's what we do. We criticize and criticize and criticize. There's so much open judgment out there. Yeah, and he might have messed up liver, messed up kidney, and you're like, yeah, fuck you, man. You did it to yourself. You're not a moral man. You're not a moral man. Um, the problem with that is that, if an alcoholic does have liver or kidney problems, yeah, the alcohol contributes to it, but that's not the only factor. And I'm just speaking medical science right now because, like, the beer we're drinking is poisoned. The beer salt is probably poisoned, right? Try calcium phosphate. That might be a fine thing. I don't know. See, but it's natural lime and lemon flavors, so it's not even lime or lemon. It's a lime and lemon flavor, like whatever that means. But you may say, well, you shouldn't be drinking beer. You shouldn't be drinking beer, and it's like, here in America, there's no bread around. There's no bread anywhere. Like, we don't eat, there's so-called bread in the aisle, right? But none of it is actually fucking bread. We have these non-organic shit. This is, I think, a hammy lemon. I've never had one. But, it doesn't have a 9 in front of it. It has a 4. And it's like, damn. Like, I met this guy one time, and he could only sweat from his face because he put on the wrong deodorant, and it blocked up his sweat glands. And so he couldn't sweat anywhere on his body except for his face. It's like, do you see how judgment can get reversed, like, really quickly? Like, damn. Like, in an insane world, in a fucking insane world, it's a rational thing to be drunk all day. Like, judgment is weird. Now, you may say, well, the only judgment that matters is the judgment of the winner, right? Judgment is maybe a relative thing, and it's only the winner's judgment that matters, And that would be true. That would totally be true. Unless there were a God. Then it wouldn't be true. And it wouldn't be true at all times and in all places. It would only be true in times where the good people have no balls. Because sometimes they're the winners. Yeah, no, judgment. You know, the Moses, Samuel, and Abraham. I hate to break it to you, but they were witches. They were. I mean, they were doing blessings and curses, and that's one of the things that witches do: blessings and curses. You know, like you may laugh at the curse of the good people nowadays because it has no bite or power to it. But if there were God, you would not want to be at the end of his curse. You wouldn't want to be the target of his curse. But yeah, maybe there's nothing after death, but blankness. Or maybe God is a God that likes the winners and doesn't like the losers. Although that sounds like the plot of a cheesy story. Sometimes those cheesy stories are pretty good. But that guy in that cheesy story would be the villain, right? You're either a winner or a loser. Yeah, you see how judgment can get switched? I mean, yeah, I know, I was working produce one time. I was hanging out with my produce boss. It was nighttime. This drunk guy comes in, totally fucking plastered and drunk, and you could tell he was rich just by his attire and his appearance, or his behavior. But he came up to us and told us how to, what was it? Feel for the ripeness, or the best oranges. He was telling us how to pick out the best oranges, and like you could tell this guy was totally fucking depressed. You know, fucking surrounded by no one who appreciates him. Because there's a lot of losers out there that want to be winners, right? And they see a winner and they just flock to him. Boom, ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. No, judgment can be like be careful who you judge. Be careful who you judge, because that judgment can just rebound upon you. But ultimately, like the only judgment you should really worry about is your own. That's the only judgment that can lead to happiness. If you rely on the judgments of others, then there's nothing but disappointment and sadness X amount of the time. Yeah, no, that's it.